remittance.
Yes, they have their own bank account where, when we check the bank balance versus the retentions, they have to be equal. But that is never done in the government generally.
But auditor, you cited this amount of 76 million. Yes. Where did you see it? I thought it was
it's in the financial statements. It's in the financial statements.
It was not in an account.
Yes.
So, Governor, is that money there?
Yes,
we have borrowed it for some.
We have a deposit account, and the money is there.
Why didn't the auditor see it? They have only seen it on the statements, but not in the account.
There usually bank balances in your financial statements. Are you able to show us the bank, the account, and the balance on it? Because if we don't deal with this, your members of county assembly gave an impression that the management of deposits and retentions falls below the requirements of the law. This would be your opportunity to confirm that you're doing the right thing. But what I'm hearing is that you're setting up a committee to review something that does not need a committee.
Because we Chair can confirm that we have a deposit account, and all the retentions go to that account. And what I know is that we pay them on an aging procedure.
So, officer, usually disclose balances, bank balances, accounts and balances. Are you able to demonstrate to us that that 76 million is somewhere?
Chair, just another further thing, the CC also has something on it.
Chair, I happen to have served as an accountant in the ministry long before I came to Parliament. And when I was moved to Treasury in Kericho County, I found it a bit absurd the way retention is being done. So I purposely, after appearing before the county assembly, came and said we want to establish a master retention register, because formally or usually they used to retain at the department. It is the department to have a register. Once a payment is done, they set aside the 10%, it is entered in the register. So at the Treasury, we didn't have the real documents. We were relying again on information from the accounting officers of departments. So I said, let us establish a master register for all retentions. And we want to, every retention, because the official receipts are still there, and those are government documents, we want to issue an official receipt to every contractor whose 10% has been deducted. For purposes of now, when you are claiming, you come with the original, so that we will know this is so-and-so, it has been paid. Rather than relying on the systems, the systems can also mislead. So I thought we should be having a tangible thing.
So, Mheshimiwa, you are telling us we forget about the system, we go to your master register?
No, we need both there, so that the system will be speaking together with the master register, so that it is easy even for me to look at it and say, you are paying so-and-so, where is it entered? I will see it in the master register.
Why are you guys over-engineering a very simple thing? It's over-engineering. Were you using IFMIS in those days?
We were not using IFMIS then.
Yeah, so there is.
We are using manual.
There is IFMIS now. Don't take Kericho back to your days of manual, please. The direction must be IFMIS. And if you are to use IFMIS, it does not matter whether it was processed in a department or in a sub-department, because it is a centralized system. I used to build systems in my past, so I'm wondering why this cannot work. Senator Cheriot, surely. You know your senator is the leader of the entire house. We shall report that in Kericho, they are moving away from IFMIS back to manual registers.
No, we are not moving away from IFMIS. I'm saying for ease of reference, let us have a master register that we can easily verify, even with the system.
You are very lucky Sifuna is not here. He would have reminded you a few things about Chebukati. Now, so what we are being told is that there is some progress.
Yes. But Chair, looking at the financial statement, if you look at the financial statement that is note number 13A, in 2023 there was, is it the most recurrent on this 76,768,907? Does it reflect the entire retention that is in the deposit? Or what is the cure that Rob wants to cure? If you look at note number 13A, 26 million has been captured. It is only the current plus the past in terms of these retention deposits. Is that the reason he wants to prepare the master?
I also don't know what he wants to cure because.
And then it is unwritten.
There is a note 15 in the financial statement. What just lacked was aging analysis, reconciliation and breakdown. That was not provided. If you just provided, then everything would be okay. So this thing of decentralizing, each department having its register, then now you are centralizing the register. I don't think it washes. What we're just asking for is, we have cited money in the retention account, but there is no aging analysis. There is no reconciliation. We don't know the breakdown of which contractors are owed that money. I think it was very simple. So this thing, we're trying to cure something that is not there.
National Treasury, are we expecting IFMIS to do something it cannot do?
Chair, I don't think IFMIS will open the bank account. Generally, what is supposed to be done, when you pay a contractor, there is the 10%. It's supposed to be removed from the development bank account to deposit bank account. The county should be telling us deposit account in the bank as this much. It consists of this number of contractors who are retaining their money. That is the only way we can know that is retention or not retention. But I don't think the system, if Mason only have the figure which is in the bank.
So we just for progress, because we have had the county assembly raise allegations of utilization of deposits and retentions account. I would have hoped that we would get clarity today before the Senate. Unfortunately, we have reached a similar conclusion because your officers say that they are still in the process of reconciling. So we may agree broadly with the assembly without necessarily agreeing with the specific details that they presented to us. Senator
This one might enrich your ruling. When you look at note number 15, deposits and retention, in 2023, 76,768 was the current one. And you look at aging analysis, under 1 year it was 76, but the rest of 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, in the previous year it was 91 million. So where did the retention, was it paid out, or what happened to 91,646,566? If you look at that,
So
would it add to 76, 91 million?
It raises a lot of questions. So let's allow
there is no clarity.
Let's allow the OAG to keep it in view, reporting it in this current year. If you are not able to get the details, then this again will be referred for investigation and prosecution. So that applies to anything headed unsupported. Unsupported domestic travel and subsistence allowance. Auditor General, keep that in view. If you can't get the supporting documentation, hand it over to the EACC. Let's deal with non-collection of on-source revenue. That will allow us to have some conversations on ROR. Auditor General, I think just read out your finding there. It is an interesting story. Then we... No. Non-collection of on-source revenue. 6. As we interrogate, we'll make references to the ROR report.
Thank you, Chair. Non-collection of on-source revenue, 6.1, unauthorized operation of mobile money payments. The statement of receipts and payments reflects transfer from the county revenue fund of 5,913,233,097 as disclosed in Note 1 to the financial statements. The amount includes exchequer releases and on-source revenue appropriated by the county assembly to fund the county executive. Records reveal revenue collected by the receiver of revenue excluded on-source revenue from inspection fee for fire compliance. An inspection fee of 3,500 was levied in the Finance Act for the period but was not being collected at the time by the county government. An officer of the county government, however, registered and operated a mobile payment number which was not authorized by the county treasurer to collect the fee. The statement for the number indicate credit entries of 152,290 and debit entries of 141,852 for the period 24th January 2024 up to 5th August 2024. Internal investigations on the matter recommended disciplinary action on the officer. However, collection of on-source revenue and transfer to the county executive was understated by the amount not collected. In the circumstances, the regulator of cash collected through mobile payment number could not be confirmed. Thank you.
Clerk, what was our observation and recommendation?
Chairman, the committee recommended the county governor undertakes administrative
Start with the observation.
Okay, the committee observed that whereas disciplinary action is commendable, the county executive did not indicate whether the uncollected or misappropriated funds of Kenya shillings 152,290 credited and 141,852 debited have been recovered or properly accounted for. The committee was also concerned that an unauthorized mobile payment number can get registered and operated by a county officer without Treasury's approval.
Therefore, we recommended.
And therefore, the committee recommended that the governor undertakes administrative actions against the officer who failed to provide documents to the Auditor General during the audit process and provide the status report to the Auditor General within 60 days of the adoption of this report. The committee also recommends that the DCI investigates the unauthorized collection of Kenya shillings 152,290 by a county staff, and where criminality is established, refer the matter to the Director of Public Prosecutions to the DPP. The committee further recommends that the Auditor General audits the outstanding matter in the subsequent audit cycle.
Governor, this is quite a sensitive matter, so I'll allow you to read your written response so that we do not misunderstand you.
The Honorable Chairman, the County Executive appreciates the committee's keen observation regarding the non-collections of inspection fees for fire compliance and the related issues of unauthorized mobile payment registration. We acknowledge these observations raise important concerns on revenue integrity, oversight and compliance with established financial management controls. Upon internal review, it was established that an officer within the county executive irregularly registered and operated a mobile payment number that was not sanctioned by the county government. The said number received credit entries amounting to Kenya shillings 152,290 and a debit entry of Kenya shillings 141,852 between 24th January and 5th August 2024. In response to this matter, the county government undertook the following corrective and administrative actions. Number one, disciplinary action. The officer involved was subjected to a due disciplinary process in accordance with the county human resource policies and public service commission regulations, culminating in termination of service. A copy of the dismissal letter has been provided in Appendix 6. Number two, strengthening of revenue controls. To forestall recurrence of similar incidents, the county executive has instituted a range of structural and administrative reforms, including rollout of a unified revenue collection system that is fully integrated with the county government and approved mobile money platforms, ensuring end-to-end transparency and traceability of receipt. A copy of system rollout communication has been attached in Annex 6.1. Revision of the county revenue collection guidelines to explicitly prohibit registration or operation of any payment channel outside Treasury approval. Number three, establishment of clear authorization process in line with Public Finance Management Section 119 that has a mandatory requirement of CCM finance and economic planning before activation of any revenue collection account, routine internal audit monitoring of all mobile and digital revenue streams to ensure compliance and early detections of anomalies. Chair, just in a nutshell, Chair, because this is a matter I'm seized of. The officer, when the report came, this was a ward administrator. His name is called Jesimet. And when the report came to me, we immediately instructed the Public Service Board to take action because the County Act provides guidelines on disciplining any culpable officer. So the County Public Service Board undertook their processes and found that indeed the officer was culpable and he was dismissed. He is no longer a staff of the county government of Kericho County.
What about the, and I think that's what ought to happen, even though there's a criminality aspect of it, which, Patrick, isn't this one of those you are discussing with the liaison at DCI to find out what action has been taken from the criminal aspect?
Yes, Chairman.
Okay, so we can wait for your advice on that. There was a other leg to it about the inspection fee of 3,500, which was levied but not reported. Was this addressed, Auditor?
It wasn't. Because ordinarily what should have happened before even they dismissed the officer, they should have looked for ways of recovering this money which was collected outside the system, and maybe come up with measures which can ban anybody in future to operate a system, because this system could not be detected. So the measures put in place should be maybe brought to us.
Ni vile tu wakora hawataisha Kenya. You'll always find those cases. They'll be dismissed, but then they should also be pursued to the full extent.
Chair, I want to believe this administrator might have been in service. And I would have expected the governor saying, apart from being dismissed, there was as a charge to recover, maybe from that man's salary or any allowances that maybe the county government owed. So that even if it was not sufficient. And then secondly, Chair, before he answers that, you know that the headline is non-collection of one source revenue. So I don't know where would have that with receiver of revenue, so that was I have another question when you say.
Because of time.
Yeah, in fact, I want to agree with Gerard Gay that we focus on this one of what is the proper title?
Because when you look at
non-collection. I think this matter has been properly addressed. If you check the annexure that has been attached, 6 has been dismissed and that money will be recovered. So I think that's fair enough. What's more important, Chair, let's focus on the OSR.
Because I wanted to ask a further question of this non-collection. We'll be tied up with the own source revenue. Is there a way we can tie both?
Yes, that was the intention. We are dealing with this and referring to the ROR report.
And maybe, Chair, I can go on record on source revenue. When I took over county government of Kericho,
we have not asked questions.
Governor, let us be guided by
when it is choosy for me, Gerard Gay is running away from it. He wants to look when it is bad is when you tell
Chair, you know, Governor in his previous life was a lecturer. He was lecturing students. Now this is different, kidogo.
We will not be driven. We will not be driven by juice. We'll be driven by these numbers here. And when you look at these numbers, you might realize that they're not that juicy. So we say we focus on non-collection of on-source revenue. So the first question was the inspection fee of 3,500